And I'm Keith Summit.
And welcome again
to the TV party.
You know it. And we got a real great show planned out for you tonight.
And Marty, as the summer months are coming upon us, it's only natural for a couple of Hollywood big shots to hit the beach.
That's right, the girls in bikinis, the sand, the water.
That brings us to the point that even though we're living in the lap of luxury and being, on TV and all, we haven't forgotten our roots.
That's right, because at one time in our lives, me and Keith were living on the streets.
Sure.
Right, and we don't want to forget the people that we knew when we were living on the streets, just because we're big shots.
Sure. And through the miracle of modern technology, we can now contact our friends right here on the TV party.
Right, via satellite. So, tonight, folks, we're going to introduce you to our friends, Grady and Toni, two brothers.
They are a couple of brothers. They hit hard times now and then, and we decided to check in and see how they're doing.
Right, so let's bring them on. Hey, Grady, how you been, buddy?
How you doing, Grady? Welcome to the TV party.
Hey Keith, hey Marty. Heard you guys got a TV show or something, but I ain't seen a TV in months. I've been living out here in the park, but I heard it's real good. People tell me about it. I seen a flyer for it down by the bus stop, but I don't know.
So, Grady, you're still out there in the park, moving from park to park. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit about your lifestyle?
Yeah, how'd you get to where you are right now, Grady?
Well, I mean, since our dad left and died on us, I've been living from park to park, and I got my sleeping bag. And I walk around and I straight pick mint plants and chew on them, cause it keep your breath all fresh.
Living in your sleeping bag still?
Hey, well, I know where you're coming from, Grady.
Me too. I was doing it too with
I've
you,
been
Grady.
there, Marty. I've been
I was
there.
in the park with the newspapers for the blankets. I've been there, Grady.
I hope someday to get my own apartment and maybe have my own family. I don't know.
So, Grady, why don't you tell us what happened between you and your brother, Toni? I mean, we want to know the whole scoop.
I ain't seen Toni since I was about 5 years old, but I guess he's like some kind of big shot. I guess he's got like his own place to stay or something. Last I heard, he was a mechanic, but no, I ain't seen him since I was about 5, because he owes my dad a lot of money. But my dad's dead anyway, so it don't matter.
Well, that's right. I did used to be a mechanic. Everything was going real nice until Grady came in for a visit in the shop and playing with the spark plugs and set the whole place on fire. He still owes me about $5 grand, Keith, Marty.
I don't know why I'm the burden here, because I mean, like, you can let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Okay, if you think I owe you $5 grand, because you owe me up in the ranks of $10 grand for what you did to me, for the scars you gave me on my back, for the scars you gave me on my leg in the bike accident. You owe me more than $5 grand, Toni. So you can straight just take that and go to hell.
Yeah, I heard you guys had kind of a falling out. What's the biggest fight you ever got in?
Yeah.
I have to say the biggest fight I ever got in with Toni was the time that he took my ColecoVision and he threw it in the creek, and I said straight booyah. I went after him. There was a big old ruckus around the house. We was fighting around the table and stuff, and he cold cocked me and split my eye right here. You can't really see it now. It all cleared it up with the sun and all that, but I'd say that's probably the biggest fight me and Toni ever got in. Right, that one.
Well, I remember that one well, Keith and Marty. It was over at ColecoVision, which was mine. Grady says it was his. And so I took it and I threw it in the creek, and that pretty much ended that. Next thing you know, he's throwing punches at me. Throws a left, throws a right. Didn't hit me. I decked him a couple more times. I had a machete that I bought in Mexico when we went with my dad, and I took a swing, left him a little gash down the back. Didn't hurt much, though. Now, Toni, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing these days? Well, I used to have a great apartment, Keith and Marty, but that went up in flames, too. Thanks to Grady, of course. It's another $10 grand he owes me, by the way. But I got a love for life, and I ain't gonna let a little thing like a fire, my brother, hold me back. So, I'm still a mechanic of sorts. I just kick back right here in my truck, fix things that need fixing, and go on with my life.
That's nice. I mean, you make a good living out of your truck. I mean, it beats living in the park, I guess.
Hey, at least you're getting around and seeing things, you know, living life.
Right.
It's good.
So, now, Grady, what would you say if we were to tell you that your brother, Toni, was living nearby you out of his truck?
He living in his truck. Hey, well, he just still got that same red Chevy?
How about that, Grady?
I'll be a monkey's aunt. I had no idea that my brother actually lost his job as a mechanic and living in his truck.
Okay, now look, folks, now that you guys know, okay, that your brother's still alive, Toni and Grady, what we're gonna do, because we're the show that likes to do this,
Right.
we're gonna buy you guys a 12-pack, and we're gonna put you in a room together and let you guys talk old times.
A reunion of sorts, huh, Marty?
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I don't know. Last I heard is that my brother is like a big shop mechanic, and since I'm living in the park and sleeping day to day in my sleeping bag and just chewing mint plants, I don't know if I want to see him. I might be embarrassed by the way he's living. It's probably all fancy, and he got probably a girlfriend that's real pretty and make a lot of money being a mechanic and stuff. So I don't know. I guess I would like to see him.
Would you want to see your brother, Grady, if we could arrange a little meeting?
Grady?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might want to see him. Wouldn't go out of my way or nothing.
Right.
I mean, he ain't my real brother. I mean, he is. We got the same daddy. Same daddy who left me 30 grand in debt. I mean, it's cool that we met and all after being on the show, but I mean, I didn't understand why you was talking to my mama like she was like a straight skeezer. You know what I'm saying?
Keith, Marty, I ain't even talking to Grady until he starts talking sense, because you've been kicked out since a lot fewer years than I've been kicked out. And I didn't know you were sleeping in the park. And had I known, maybe I would have reacted differently, alright?
I didn't know you had your big old hotshot mobile mechanic service either in the back of your Chevy. I mean, that's dope. That's stuff that, I mean, my friends dream about, and it's stuff that Keith and Marty, something I'd like to say right now is that this guy, he's a success story, and he's cool. He's my big brother, and he's cool.
Shit,
he's
Grady.
cool. He's great cool, man.
Grady, you're too much. You're too much. You always have been. But I'll tell you, I want to say right here on television, where there's a million people watching, Grady, that I'm going to California in my truck. If you want to hitch a ride in the Chevy, I'll let you have a little spot.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Keith, Marty, this is dope. This is straight dope. I love you, man.
Hey, guys.
Right on.
Keith, Marty.
I go with you because I know how to fix cars. I know how to do that stuff. Like change the starter, change the transmission, drop a tranny. I'll do it. And
Hey,
it's
talking
cool,
my
man.
language, little bro.
Right on, man.
Grady, high five. Huh?
Hey, man.
Right on.
Hey, let the Lord hit you where your butt flips you. Yeah.
You haven't changed a bit. Hey,
Yeah. All right,
Keith,
man.
Marty, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. One thing I want to say is thank you, Keith. Thank you, Marty, for this reunion. Because my brother's straight dope.